Okay, so now we're going to get into actually selling the service via email. And so the absolute first step in reaching out and emailing these local businesses is having an email account. Now, most people already have an email account, I'm sure you do, but I do suggest setting up a new email address just for this purpose. It just helps keep everything in one place. It's way easier. Don't worry, it only literally takes a couple of minutes to set one up. And the simplest way to do this, and the one I recommend, is just using a free Gmail account. Now, one of the reasons I also love to use a Gmail account for this is because there's a load of tools out there that have been built for Gmail specifically to help you automate certain things like follow-up emails and a whole bunch of other things, which I'll show you later on. So I do highly recommend just creating a free Gmail account for this. And so it's very simple to do. We simply come along to Gmail. You can just type Gmail into Google and you'll come along to a page like this, and obviously, you will either sign in here, but we want to create a new account. So you would just click on create account here, and we can just say for my personal use. And all you literally do is type in your first name, your last name, and for your username, this is obviously your email address. You know, a lot of things that you try will already be taken just because it's so popular. So you'll see here, if I type in that, for example, it says it's already taken. What I do suggest though is using some form of your name, okay? When these emails come through, we don't want them to look corporate, okay? When we're sending these emails to local businesses, we want our email address to just look like it's a personal email address from someone, okay? So, you know, I could try Dave.Jenkins 1981. That worked, okay? So I'd much rather use something like that than, you know, contact or sales person or, you know, even a business name, okay? I'd much rather use a personal sounding email address, okay? So keep that in mind when you're making your email address. I'm not going to go through here and do this just because I've obviously got one, but yeah, you would just put your name in, choose a username for your email address, choose a password, and then you basically just sign in. Okay, that's how simple it is. It's literally only going to take you a minute or two, and they're absolutely free. So now that you have your email account set up, I just want to talk about a few of the no-goes when reaching out to local businesses by email. Because if you just go gung-ho and spam the crap out of these businesses, what you'll find is your emails start going to spam where they're never seen, or worse still, your email account gets blocked. Okay, and you don't want that to happen. So basically what you're trying to do is minimize the risk of your emails being marked as spam, because every time one of your emails is marked as spam by someone who receives it, it's like getting a spanking being sent to the naughty corner. And if you do it too many times, then you just get sent straight to your room. And in email terms, that means your email's getting sent to spam and no one ever sees them. So the most important thing I want you to remember when sending out emails, and always think about this, when sending emails, try to act like a real human being, okay? And that is one of the most important things when doing this. So what do I mean by this? Here's a few things I'll just go through that will make your emails sound more human. And so I recommend you keep these in mind every single time you are writing emails, okay? First of all, do not use exclamation marks. Don't use all capital letters. Don't use hypey sounding words, okay? So you really don't want them to sound hypey and over the top. You just want your emails to sound like you were emailing a personal friend of yours, okay? So do not overuse exclamation marks, capitals, all that sort of stuff, because immediately it's going to make your emails look like spam. Next one, don't send links or attachments in your first email. Okay, so if it's the first time you're reaching out to someone, do not put a link in that email and do not attach anything to that email. Again, it's just not what people normally do, okay? But it is something that a lot of scammers do, okay? If they are sending out mass spam emails, usually there's going to be a link in there or an attachment, some sort of virus, okay? So you don't want to come across like a spammer or a scammer, so just do not send links or attachments in your first email. If someone then replies to you and asks for a link or an attachment, that's fine, but just do not include them in your first email to someone, okay? Next one is to go slow. So remember I said you want to act like a normal human. A normal human wouldn't send off 100 emails in a day, okay? Their fingers would be destroyed. So don't do that. Start off with just 5 to 10 emails per day for the first few days. And then as you start getting replies from businesses, gradually build up to 10, 15, or 20 emails per day, okay? Now you might sit there and think, well, you know, if I'm only sending 20 emails a day, it's going to go a bit slow, but it's much better to use your time sending out just 10 to 20 emails per day that actually get seen than spending your time sending out 100 emails that all just go to spam, Okay, so think about it that way. Think of it as quality over quantity. Okay, a smaller amount of emails to get seen are going to be way more beneficial than sending out 1,000 or 100 emails a day that all just go to the spam. And the next one is try and change up the emails a little. So again, a normal human wouldn't be sending the exact same email to 20 people per day. So what I like to do is just have a few versions of the same email. So I will show you an email template. What I recommend you do is just write your own version or two of that email so you can change it up each time. And what we also do is we include their business name in the email, just so that the emails are not 100% identical, okay? So I'll show you that in a second when I show you the template we use. And I've also often found that including their business name in the first sentence or two can help reply rates as well, okay? It just looks more personal. So those are just some things to keep in mind when sending emails out to businesses. And with all that in mind, in the next video, I'll show you exactly what to say in those emails to help you get maximum response. So we'll go over that in the next video. So yeah, just keep all of that in mind, and I will see you in the next video shortly.